let's talk about the Amazon Basics portable luggage weight scale. Now, if you travel a lot like I do, having a luggage scale is a necessity nowadays because the airlines charge you when your bags weigh too much. And before I had one of these, what I used to try to do was I would weigh myself on a bathroom scale, and then I would pick up my luggage, and then I'd stand on the scale, and my goal was to look down, see the weight, and then subtract my weight from the total weight. But the problem is when you're holding your luggage, you look down, you can't see the numbers on the scale. So this is the way to go for sure. Now, there's a couple things about this that I love, and there's also a couple of things, or there's one thing that I'm like, so let's dive into it. Now, here are the things that I love about this scale. I love the simplicity of it. It is very small, it is compact, it is lightweight, it is 3.37 ounces. So if you use this to weigh your luggage, and then you want to take it with you, which I recommend you do, you can add it into your luggage to get where you're going. Why do you need to do that, or why do I do that? Because whenever I travel somewhere, if I go on, especially if I'm going on vacation, I tend to buy stuff. So if I weigh my bag and then I travel and then I buy stuff and then I put more stuff in the luggage is heavier now than when I left the house. So having this with you is fantastic. And this is a kind of a neat thing too. This thing right here can hold up to 110 pounds. So it is sturdy, it's not gonna bust. 110 pounds, 50 kilograms. Usually when I pack my bag, it's not gonna be over 50 pounds, right? Because once you're over 50, that's where the airlines will charge you a fee sometimes. So this thing's gonna be able to weigh any bag that you're gonna have. It's easy to use. You wrap this around the handle. It's got a little hook that you just hook on, click the little triangle. There are only 2 buttons on the whole thing, so how much easier can that be? 2 buttons. There's an on and off button. The on and off button also resets the thing to 0, and you can switch from pounds to kilograms with the press of a button. Let's see this thing in action, and let's find out if the numbers that it gives you are accurate, because the last thing you want to do is head to the airport. You think you have a bag that weighs, let's say, exactly 50 pounds, and then they weigh your bag and they go, sorry, it's 55, and they have to charge you. So let's make sure that this thing is accurate. I have 2 7.5 pound plates right here, and I hooked them together with the bungee cord. So we're gonna wrap this around just like that. And I'm gonna make sure this is set to 0. So I'll hit the button when there's no pressure pulling on that. And now I'll lift it up. Now here's what I like about this. If you spread your fingers like this, it's very comfortable. You can even use 2 hands, which I recommend you do if you're picking up luggage. You can set it on the ground sideways, straddle it, and then lift it up like this. But for the demonstration purpose, I am going to lift this with 1 arm, and we'll see how much this weighs. It should say 15 pounds because, well, it's 7.5 plus 7.5. So I gotta hold it still. It's hard with the bungee cord. That's quite a workout right there I'm getting. Hopefully it is set. And it is, wow, 14.9 pounds. So that is pretty close. And these plates, who knows if they're right? I have no idea. They say 7.5 pounds, but who knows? I think you're gonna be safe if you're 0.1 ounces off, so, or 0.1 pounds off. So yeah, this thing is easy. Also, I also recommend, you don't want the battery to die on you because it does use, it's a very easy to find, it's a CR2032, like a watch battery. Carry a spare one of those with you when you travel, so in case this one does die. And interesting thing and kind of helpful thing is when the battery gets low on this, it will let you know. There's an indicator for that. So yeah, I highly recommend this thing. The only thing that I wish it had that it doesn't have, and I've had a luggage scale in the past that did have this, and I missed that, is sometimes when you hold it, it's hard to look down at those numbers, especially the way I was doing it here. I couldn't see the numbers. So you don't know when they freeze. And some of the models of these scales, once it has the weight, once it stops moving around and it picks the weight, it'll beep. So you know you can let it down. You have to keep holding it. But this doesn't beep. I still like it. I still use it all the time. And I do recommend it.